Good morning, it's your dude, Ruben Ham. That's what's up. Today's a lovely day. Today's life hack is about love. What would love do? A lot of times we look at religion and there's so much controversy behind religion. You know, where it started from, who interpretation is this, who interpretation is that. But if we look at most religions, underlying rules are almost always the same. It's based on love. So we take religion out of it, if we take Jesus out of it, and we talk about love, what would love do? That we ask ourselves. And then last week I spoke about the heart having more influence on the brain, and the feedback from that was tremendous. But think about it. When you say you love something, is love affiliated with the brain or affiliated with the heart? So ask yourself, what would love do? And when we think about love, your thought process will not go to your brain, it's going to go to your heart. So if God is love and our heart is love, what do you think that so-called God will sit at? So let's take God out of it. Let's just use the word love, because there's so many different derivatives of God depending on what country you're from. Cool, let's take God out of it and let's just talk about pure love. So ask yourself, what would love do? That's your heart factor. And most times our heart is not going to come from a bad memory. It's going to come from inspiration of loving. Most times my brain comes from a memory standpoint. I have a bad memory of this happened, or I got fired on this day, or this spot right here, this happened. So our minds are always triggered by certain things we see or hear. But when we focus on love, the center of our heart, is a different vibration and rhythm that you will feel within your body. So just be mindful of your heart. You know, let's have a heartfelt day and heartfulness. That's what we have to do. Be very heartful of what's going on, and be very mindful. I apologize for getting a phone call in a second. And be very mindful of what we allow attention in our brains, because once again our brain is a good slave but not a good master. So allow your heart to be the master and your brain to be the slave to your mind, and that way it helps me a whole lot when I go further. Knowing the difference between so many concussions, I know I can be super happy or super sad. So now that's what they call bipolar. I have to find a middle ground. And really, a sidebar, bipolar means 1 minute you're happy, next minute you're sad with no apparent reason. So a lot of people are bipolar and realize you might be happy this minute, you come outside and your tire flat, now you're kind of pissed off. So that means you bipolar? No, you are a spirit responding to a situation that happened outside the fleshly body. Once again, with love, once we love ourselves, we will look at ourselves as a spirit and a flesh, like the ghost inside the shell. The shell is our flesh, and the ghost is so-called our spirit. Like we feel our spirit, but honestly, what is your spirit and who is your spirit? You say, I feel some type of way. Oh, my name is Ruben. Well, what's the name of your spirit? Where does your spirit come from? What works your autonomic system that helps the blood pump through your veins and so forth and so on? So be mindful this morning and come from your heart and just understand and ask yourself, who are you as a spiritual being? We see you as a fleshly being, but who are you as a spiritual being? And ask yourself, what would love do? And if you're going through certain situations, give yourself that countdown, man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and blast off. And sometimes I go 3, 2, 1 and blast off. But find some type of rhythm to follow yourself to keep that positive vibration going, because it's not easy. Ask yourself, what would love do? Take a couple deep breaths in and push forward with love. It's your dude, Ruben Ham. Love yourself so other people can love you as well. Peace.